Why so many churches doing the correcting but can't stand it when they correct it? Maybe they eat the lies the way people crave apple pie. Like, as long as we don't die, we're alright. Take a long look at Christmas and tell me you won't end up in that lake. Many know the truth but refuse to celebrate his birth in March. Read the clues. We tell them how to do the spiritual march. We don't talk about the ark. We tell them about the mark, then pay Satan our dues. Then cry out to Jesus when we get bruised. The church is a whole bunch of fools. Jews are fools. What I'm saying is we pick and choose what to teach instead of letting the Holy Spirit speak. Worship the Lord on Sunday, then worship Satan every holiday. We want to keep it all biblical, but then we hypocritical. We act like Christmas is spiritual, don't even know our heart at critical condition. They don't see, they don't quit in 2020 vision. They don't quite see in 2020 vision. The church is in bad condition. For all the lies they eat, no wonder why they get mad when the truth speaks. They let the Catholics lead. We should have the Jews teach. The Catholics drink booze. They have a slurry speech. They are the leaders of compromise. They are not wise. They are false prophets. They are Satan's puppets. You want in on all well-kept secret. You want in on a well-kept secret. Promise you won't keep it quiet. Mary gave birth on a night. Shepherds were watching their flock. Their sheep weren't eating hay, but giving birth to grow their flock. They had to watch around the clock. Sheep only give birth in March. Remember, the desert at night can still reach freezing in December. The average temperature is just numbers added together. There's nothing more to say. So that was a poem, or supposed to be a poem. I kind of butchered it a little bit, but a poem that I written, and talking about the holidays, Christmas, and actually Christmas is in fact demonic. It's based off of the Roman religion, the pagan worship, is what Christmas is truly actually based off of. December 25th is not, in fact, Jesus's birth. We got to understand, and I do believe many churches do understand the truth and realize that it is in March. Because that's when because the lambs, they only have one birthing season, and that is in March. And that's the only time that the shepherds would have been out late at night, out in the fields at night. Typically, they wouldn't have been grazing their sheep at night. And so, but the only time that they would be out in the fields at night is for the lambs to give birth, and the only birthing season is in March. So when you think about that, you go, oh, okay, we should get rid of the holiday, but we should still remember Jesus's birth. So what do? Well, we get rid of Christmas because it actually is a pagan holiday, and we remember Jesus's birth in the month of March. But then there's many churches that like to, tell the truth and tell people, and many Christians, I notice how we, point out things that are hypocritical and things like that. But then we don't like to be corrected ourselves. And if we're going to correct others, we should also want to be corrected ourselves. In fact, we should want the Holy Spirit to do the correcting. And so there's different ways that the Holy Spirit can correct us. He can correct us himself, or he can send somebody to do the correcting. But if you're spiritually led, if you're being led by the Spirit, you're constantly asking the Holy Spirit to correct you, and yes, you're doing the correcting, but you're also correcting yourself. And it's correcting yourself before you correct others. And that's something that we have to be mindful of and remember. We can't just always be correcting others, but never correct ourselves, never look back at ourselves, never ask God, hey, can you check certain areas to see if there's anything that I need to be correcting. And that's what we need to do first and foremost. And that's really what the poem that I wrote was actually about. And so I just wanted to leave you guys with something to think about.